Hey guys! Because I'm already a fan of the Hey guys, I'm here with another beauty snapshot, and this time featuring Tarte's newest face disc palette that they just released. I believe this is for summer 2015 and it's called their Showstopper palette. And if you guys have followed me for a while, you guys know how much I love Tarte's face disc because it's basically your face in a palette. You have your bronzer, your highlighter, your blush, and your eyeshadows that you're gonna need for the day to do your entire face. That's why I'm a big fan, and the price point for these are very reasonable. I believe this was $38. Tarte has come out with multiple face discs before, but I only have two from their collection, and I have a video on this one right here. This one is called the Rainforest After Dark, and I believe this was released for fall? I'm not really sure, but this has more purpley tones if you guys are curious, and the blush of this is a little bit cooler tone compared to the blush for this one. And this one right here is probably my ultimate favorite face disc from Tarte. This one is from their Aqualilies collection, and this came out summer of last year, I believe. So talking about the packaging of this palette, if you compare it to the other face disc before, this is a little bit more simple, I guess, compared to the other packaging that the other faces came in. But it's nice because it's kind of just classic and clean as far as the design for this palette. As far as pigmentation of the eyeshadows in this palette, I was already quite pleased. I'm already a fan of this Tarte face disc and Tarte eyeshadows in general. The only eyeshadow that I had a problem with was maybe the darkest color because it's a little bit powdery. So if you guys are concerned with the repetition colors from other Tarte palettes, the blush from this palette, the blush called Fame right here, is a little bit more orangey compared to the blush that came in the Aqualilies palette. I believe the blush that came in that palette is called Captivating, and I believe they made that into a permanent shade because it was such a popular shade. So that one is a little bit wearable. This screams a little bit more orange, and it's very, very pigmented. The past two highlighters from this face disc were the same. The bronzer and the highlighter were the same, but this one actually has champagne pink, which is a little bit cooler toned, a lot pinkier compared to the more golden highlights that the other face disc that has come out. As far as the color combination of the eyeshadows, I actually really like the color combination of this palette. It's very neutral, but it kind of has a little bit to it. I definitely like the rose to the top color and the Showstopper copper color in this palette. The rose gold shade in this palette is actually really, really nice and really pigmented and really picked up when I applied it on my lids. I do have a mini tutorial using this palette at the very end of the video. If you guys are curious of how the whole product performs, I'm wearing the entire palette on my face right now for the purpose of this video. So as far as my conclusion, if you are the girl on the go and you want some palette that you can take that has a bronzer, a highlighter, a blush, and all the eyeshadows you're gonna need, I think this is an awesome palette. And it's a very neutral palette, so it's quite a safe palette to carry around with you all the time. I am not the biggest fan of the champagne pink highlighter because I don't think it complements my warm skin tone that well because it's a little bit cooler toned, but for the most part it works as a highlighter, and you can use it as an eyeshadow or as our inner corner highlight as well. So I hope you guys found this mini review helpful. Stay tuned at the very end for the tutorial with the palette that I'm wearing right now on my eyes and on my cheeks. I was a little heavy-handed on the blush because I kind of wasn't aware that it was gonna my brush was gonna pick up a lot of the blush color, but I hope you guys find this helpful, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!